Good morning to all of you. Last class we had started that chapter 3, Introduction to GIMP, and from that chapter we had completed all the selection tools. We had all this free select tool, then rectangle select tool, elliptical select tool. All these tools we had done, and today I'm going to discuss about some of the selection modes like add some new selection to the existing selection, subtract the new selection from the existing selection, and choose the intersection area of two selected parts. So these three modes are available. The one where we select is known as the normal select, and three more are there which we'll discuss one by one. And after that we'll start with drawing and painting tools, and the last topic which we'll cover today will be your image manipulation tool. Several tools are there which one by one I'll show, and you can practice it. At least you should know the meaning. If you're not practicing also, then you should know the meaning of these tools. Okay, so let's start with the selection modes. For that I'll open any file first. So you all know how to open the file. Click on file, then open, choose the file which you want. Like recently I used this file, so I'll open this file. It will get opened. Now whenever the selection tools are getting selected, in the tool option parts you will see this mode button, and in front of mode four options are shown. First one is replace the current selection, means the moment you have already selected a selected area is there, and when you start making a new selection, the previous one will be erased. Second option is there that you have made one selection, and if new selection is made, then it will be added to the existing selection. Third one, the new selection will be subtracted from the existing selection. And last one, intersection of both the selection, the previous one and the new one, will be taken into account. Okay, how it can be done? For that, let's start with an example. If I'll click on the normal mode, and I'll choose the rectangle select tool. Okay, and I have selected this part of the image. Okay, now after this, if I'll start a new selection, you will see that the previous selection, that dot part, will get removed. You can see this. So for avoiding this, like I want that the previous selection should also be there and the new selection should be added to that, like that square plus this square, a big square box will appear. Okay, so how it can be done? For that, first you make a normal selection using the rectangle tool select. Okay, I have made one selection here. Done. This is I'm working in normal select. Now click on the second one, that is add to the current selection. This selection is the current selection, and if I'll make a new selection, it will be added to this. How? First you click on this, the add to the current selection. Now start making a new selection and drag it with and keep it there with the previous one. Can you see the selected part has increased? The one which was already selected and the new one, both are merged together. So this second button works as adding to the current selection. Same way we can remove from the current selection. That also I'll show. For that, again we'll go to normal mode, normal select, and select one area. Okay, suppose this much. Now you just click on the third one, subtract from the current selection. So whatever shape now I'll select, that will be subtracted from my current selection. My current selection is this rectangular box. So first you click on the third part, which will remove the new selection from the current selection. So I have clicked on the third option. Now from here I'm going to take ellipse select and select another part. Okay, after doing this, you drag it to your previous selection which you had done. Wait a minute, I think we have come back to the normal select, that's why. Wait a minute. With normal select, make one selection, again doing this. Okay, done. Now click on the third one and make another selection. Suppose here only I am making the new selection. Again it has gone to that. Wait a minute, what is happening? Selection, then third option, make another selection. Okay, now drag it there suppose this way. So that part has been removed, subtracted from the previous selection or my current selection. I hope it is understood. If not, again let me show it to you. First make one selection in the normal select. Done. Now click on the third option, third mode, that is subtract from the current selection. Now start making a new rectangle. So this area which is getting intersected with the previous selection, that part will be removed. So this area has become the new selection. So it has subtracted that part. Okay. Now last one is intersect, this one, this mode. Intersection with the current selection. Wherever two selections will intersect each other, then the common part will be taken into account. Okay, how it can be done? Make one selection in normal one, normal select mode, make one selection. Okay. Now when we were subtracting, then that intersected part was removed, but here that part only will remain. Okay, how? Click on the fourth option, intersect one, and make the new selection. Can you see the common part, this in the center? So that part only will remain. Can you see it was getting intersected with the current selection, so it is remaining there. So these are the four modes of selection where we by default we work in the normal select. Second one, if we want that my current selection should be extended with a new added selection, then this second option can be used, that is add to the current selection. Third one, subtract, means a new part if you have selected, that shape will be removed from your current selection. And last one, wherever the two images, the current selection and the new one which you are going to make, both are intersecting, both are cutting each other, that part only will be taken into account. So these all are the selection modes. From here, very common question can be made, what are the different types of selection and in which selection mode, what are the different types of selection modes and in which selection mode by default do we work? So by default we work in normal select, and there are four types of selection modes. First one is normal select, second one is adding to the current selection, third one is subtract from the current selection, and last one intersect with the current selection. So next we are going to start with drawing and painting tools. Under this category we have pencil and paintbrush, bucket fill and gradient, then gradient, all these tools we have already done in Photoshop, then airbrush and ink, eraser and clone tool. So these all will come under your drawing and painting tools. For drawing and painting tools, let me open a blank sheet where I can show you to draw anything. So for that, first you close this file, close all, discard the changes and open a new file where template and all will be asked. Let the default settings be there and open a new document. Okay, so first is pencil tool. As you can see here, right click and you will get pencil tool and paintbrush, airbrush, ink, all these in one group only. Airbrush means spray like painting if you want to do. Then ink painting is there, where calligraphy like calligraphy style painting if you want to do. Pencil, the normal one, where all the options like different color options, then filling effects and all can be selected. Pencil will be your smooth, and paintbrush, like normal paintbrush you use, same type of drawing will appear. So let's start with pencil, and here the color is pink. If you want to change it, click on that. If you remember foreground and background color, this is your foreground, this one is background. So background is already of white, and if you will start drawing, it will draw with which color? Pink color. So if you want to change, click on that. The color picker box will appear. Here current and old both are shown. So if you want to change, click on any of the color which you want. Suppose I want this gray black. So old was pink. Now which one you will use? Grayish black. So click on OK. So you can see it has changed now. Now see the brush size and all from here. It's 81. I don't want this type of thickness of the brush. So I want to decrease it. I can decrease it from the tools option. Here just see the brush size. It has decreased. So if you want more, then same with the hardness and all can be changed. So once you have done the settings for your brush, many options are there. You'll have to try one by one all. Okay. So give some time and practice all these changes you do and see what happens after changing the different options here. So we have made the change, like I have reduced the size, and if you want the brush size to be decreased, hardness and all, you can change this also. So many options are there, like I want this one. So now start drawing. I want to make some, can you see? I had chosen that style as star, so it's coming like that. So if I'll choose something else, it will appear in that way. Okay, so this is your pencil tool. Okay, now here many means styles are there. This which I did, it is brush style. Then size I had shown, then drawing angle, on which angle you want to draw, then hardness of the brush, force, various drawing dynamic options are there which can be selected and practiced. Then same way we can use paintbrush. Pencil was little bit smoother, but paintbrush will not be. So choose paintbrush now, and same type of options will appear for this also. Just see, nothing has changed. Now my option is paintbrush. So choose any option from here which you like and use that paintbrush. Only the just see the edges, sharpness. Okay, nothing means more changes there. If you want to change the color, suppose I want it to be um, this pink. Okay, now start drawing. Okay, so this is your paintbrush. Next is bucket fill and gradient. Bucket fill means if you want to fill some color in a closed shape. Closed means no part should be open. Like I have made a star. Here this part which is surrounded by different lines, it will be known as a closed shape. So here I can fill color. Okay, and gradient means if you want to provide some shade of two colors in a various means options are there. In a radical way, from center you want to start the shade, or in a linear way, like from one side the shading should start, from left or right. So many ways are there. So suppose I want to fill this part of the shape with color. So I'll go to this option of pay. Suppose you're not getting a tool, keep on moving the mouse on different tools, you will get the options there. So I want bucket fill, it is available here. I'll right click here and I'll choose the option. Just see the shortcut key is also written next to the name of the tool. So I want bucket tool, bucket fill, and then choose the color which you want. So it was clicked there, that's why, means this area is not open. Now choose the color, some other color I want. Okay, here I want to fill it, so that particular area will get filled. Okay, so this is your bucket tool. Wherever you will click, that part only will get filled with that. This is bucket tool. Solid color will be filled. Color will be chosen by you. You will be selecting the color and it will get filled. So this is bucket tool. Now for gradient fill. Gradient fill means in which direction you want to provide the shade. For that, I'm just opening some other shape, means some other image. Let me close it. So I'll open some other document, open, suppose this one, it has opened. Now select any shape of the image. From where we can select this lasso tool, which was known as your free select tool. Click on that and choose a part of the image. It is selected. Now where you had selected the paint bucket fill, means bucket fill tool, right click there, only you will get gradient. Okay, choose gradient, and from there just see which color, white and blue, it's there. I don't want this, I want some other color there. So I can choose green there, and instead of white, some other color which you want, like yellow. So here different shades are, colors are there, you can choose from there also. Suppose I want multicolor. Okay, then after doing this, you choose the shape in which you want the shading to be done. I want a radical shape, so radial shape, choose it. Once it is done, you just hold down the left mouse button and drag it in the center. Since multiple color in the center, it is showing here only. So you can change it also, like linear and some other color combination. You choose this one, so you can see that it is filled. Okay, or you choose a big shape where it can be shown easily. Wait a minute. Okay, now in this you try filling this, so this way it will get filled. Okay, or any other one where the shade is shown clearly, this one. So this way you can try the gradient fill. One more time, let me show. Some keys pressed on the keyboard, that's why it is happening. Let me close this file. I'll open a new file, same file again, open. So that way gradient fill can be provided. Next is airbrush. If you want to provide the paint spray and all, so where you had that pencil tool, there only will get the airbrush, and most of the things will be similar. Choose the color for airbrushing which you want, like this one I want. Okay, now choose it. Can you see this? Thickness of the brush is too less, so we'll increase it. Now see, is it visible? This is airbrush. Okay. Next is ink for calligraphy writing. You click on that ink part, right click and ink, and start writing. Only the size you increase a bit and start. Like I want to write my own name, so this way it can be used. So this is your ink tool. Okay, next is eraser. As usual, click on eraser. Size of the eraser and all can be selected. So this way it will remove it, and the background color which is there, in that color it will appear. I hope it's visible to all of you. So this is eraser tool. Next is clone stamping, which we had done in paintbrush also. That one is more interesting for you, I suppose. So let's start. For clone stamping, we have this clone stamp tool here. Click on this clone stamp tool and then just change the shape first. Normal one. Yeah. Now hold down control key and click on the area which you want to make the clone, like this. Now wherever you want the clone, just draw it. The clone will be drawn like this. This is clone stamping tool. So up to this, I hope you people have understood. Next is image manipulation tool. I think it will be a big video. I'll have to stop here. So thank you to all and have a nice day.